Hello students, I am Jukalkar Sayyid Imtiaz from the Department of English, Shri Shivaji Science and Arts College, Chikli, District Buldhana. In this video lecture, I am going to discuss very famous poem, a very short, very simple, lucid and very famous poem. The title of the poem is Success is Counted Sweetest by Emily Dickinson. The title Success is Counted Sweetest is the very first line of the poem. Emily Dickinson was one of the famous poetess. She belongs to America. She was the daughter of a conservative New England lawyer born in Amherst, Massachusetts in US. Throughout her life, she remained single. She was unmarried and she confined herself within the walls of her house. And she started composing poems in her 20s and wrote more than 17,000 short poems. So it is a very remarkable thing. She has composed 1700 short poems. She excelled in her writing short, dedicated lyrics which are rich in feeling and imagination. Uh, you know, the language of her poems is very simple and the imagery is unconventional. This is the speciality of her poetry. First, let me read the poem. There are only three stanzas in the poem, and all the three stanzas, the diction of all the three stanzas is very simple. We can very easily understand what the poetess wants to say. In the first stanza, she says, Success is counted sweetest by those who never succeed. To comprehend a nectar requires sorest need. In the second stanza, she says, Not one of all the purple host who took the flag today can tell the definition so clear of victory. In the last stanza is like this: As he defeated dying, on whose forbidden ear the distant strains of triumph burst agonized and clear. So the whole poem is developed on paradox, two opposite ideas, and from two opposite ideas, we the idea of the poem is developed. In the first stanza, the poetess says, "Success is counted sweetest by those who never succeed." So, success is very important in everyone's life. To become successful, everyone struggles, and some people become successful, some don't. So, those who are unsuccessful, they only understand and tell you what is meant by success, how success is important. So, unsuccessful people understand the importance of success. Unsuccessful people can tell the definition of success. It means that to understand fully what is meant by success, to enjoy the happiness of success, we should have tasted unsuccessfulness. Then only we will be able to understand success. The poetess here is trying to tell us that the human psychology, as per the human psychology, if one fails, then he understands the success of becoming successful. Then only a person understands the importance of success. If he fails, if somebody goes on becoming successful, one after another he if he becomes success in all the walks of life, then that person is not eligible, is not able to tell you the happiness of success. On the other hand, one who uh, sometimes becomes unsuccessful, sometimes becomes failure, then that person only tells you the definition of success, the happiness one enjoys after becoming successful. So, in the next two lines, the poetess says, to comprehend a nectar requires sorest need. Your need should be sorest. You should, from the bottom of your heart, that you need something. Here, nectar is an example. Example means in a symbolic word. It symbolizes your need. If you have a great need for something, then only you will be able to understand the importance of the need, and when the need is fulfilled, you will be able to enjoy it perfectly. Here, nectar is just a word taken for is used as a symbol for your need. uh, when we move on to the second stanza, here an imagery is created before our eyes, imagery of purple host. Here, purple host means an army wearing purple uniform. You can see in the picture. So this army is wearing purple uniform, and they are, in parade, and they are very happy. Seems to be very cheerful, and not one of all the purple host, the poetess says, not one of all the purple host who took the flag today can tell the definition so clear of victory. So these army, these soldiers cannot tell the definition of victory. What is meant by victory? How important victory is? These soldiers can't tell it. Why? Because they have not faced war. They have not faced at all war, therefore they are unable to tell, unable to define, unable to enjoy victory. What is meant by victory? What is the meaning of victory? What is the importance of victory? These purple hosts cannot tell us. Then who can tell us? Then another, in the third stanza of the poem, another image is created before our eyes, the imagery of a dying soldier. In the third stanza, she says, as he defeated, dying, on whose forbidden ear the distant strains of triumph burst agonized and clear. So, in the last stanza, third stanza of the poem, the poetess says that that soldier who is on the battlefield and he is dying, he is close to death, he knows that after some moments he will not be in the world, he will die soon. And when he listens to the strains of triumph, then that soldier only understands that he has won the war, and he has defeated the enemy, and he became successful, and that dying soldier only understand what is meant by victory. That dying soldier only can tell us what is victory is. So the poem is very simple, very lucid, and we understand the meaning very simply because the language diction is very simple. So, what can we learn from this poem? That is equally important. In other words, the poetess tells us that those things which we have, we should uh, try to understand the importance of those things. For example, if you are a student learning in a good college, you may not be able to understand the importance of a good college, the facility which you have, you can learn, you can go to college. But those who are unable to attend college due to poverty, due to some reason, they only tell you the importance of getting education. They only tell you the importance of attending college and attending classes and developing ourselves through education. So if whatever the facilities you have, you should use those facilities perfectly, because you might not be knowing the importance of it, but those who are deprived of the facilities, they only tell you the importance of the facilities which you have. Therefore, we should think of all the facilities which we have. We should think of our life and what are the things we are given, and we should look at those people as well around us who are deprived of those things which we have. Very poor people, the people who are suffering, we should look at them and should understand, should think of using the facilities perfectly which are given to us. So here the poem ends. Let me once again revise what is given in the poem in fairly in Marathi, so that the students will be able to understand it. फक्त 3 स्टँजा या कवितेमध्ये आहेत. पहिला स्टँजा यामध्ये सांगितलेला आहे की यश म्हणजे काय, यशाची जी व्याख्या आहे हे समजून घेण्यासाठी आपल्याला जे लोक अपयशी आहेत तेच फक्त यशाची व्याख्या व्यवस्थित करू शकतात, तेच समजू शकतात की यश म्हणजे नेमकं काय. आणि त्यानंतर इथे एक उदाहरण दिलेलं आहे की मधाचं जे एक स्वीटनेस आहे, जो गोडवा आहे, तो गोडवा समजून घेण्यासाठी अत्यंत निकडीची गरज आपल्याला पाहिजे. खूप जर निकडीची गरज असेल, खूप जर गरज असेल, तर मात्र आपण समजू शकतो की मधाचा जो गोडवा आहे तो काय आहे, कसा आहे. आणि दुसऱ्या स्टँजामध्ये इथं सांगितलेलं आहे की काही आर्मी आहे ते परेड करत आहेत. पर्पल युनिफॉर्ममध्ये, पर्पल रंगाच्या युनिफॉर्ममध्ये ते परेडमध्ये आहेत, परेड करत आहेत. फ्लॅग आहे त्यांच्या हातामध्ये आणि त्यांना हे फ्लॅग घेतलेले परेड करत असलेले आर्मी जे आहे, हे सोल्जर्स, हे आपल्याला सांगू शकणार नाहीत. यशाचं जे डेफिनेशन आहे, यशाची जी व्याख्या आहे, ती व्याख्या ही सांगू शकणार नाहीत. विजय होणारी आपण जे विजय मिळवतो त्याची जी व्याख्या आहे, त्याचा जो अनुभव आहे, ते अनुभव कदाचित हे सांगू शकणार नाहीत. मग कोण हे त्याचा अनुभव सांगू शकतो, त्याची व्याख्या करू शकतो? असा एखादा सैनिक जो धारातीर्थी पडलेला आहे, बॅटलफील्डवर पडलेला आहे आणि काही क्षणातच तो मरणार आहे, तो या जगात राहणार नाही, असा जो सोल्जर आहे. आणि जेव्हा त्याच्या कानावर यश संपादन केलेलं, त्याच्या देशानं यश जे संपादन केलेलं आहे, ते यश संपादन केलेलं म्युझिक, संगीत जो जेव्हा ऐकतो, तेव्हा त्याला ते आनंद समजतो. यश कसं प्राप्त केल्याचा आनंद, युद्धामध्ये विजयी झाल्याचा आनंद केवळ तोच सैनिक सांगू शकतो, जो बॅटलफील्डवर पडलेला आहे, जो काही क्षणातच या जगातून निघून जाणार आहे. असा जो सैनिक आहे तोच सांगू शकतो की विजय आणि विजयाचं जे महत्त्व आहे तोच आपल्याला व्यवस्थित सांगू शकतो. अशा पद्धतीने विरोधाभास तयार करून या कवितेमध्ये कवयित्री आपल्याला समजून द्यायचा प्रयत्न करते की जे जीवनामध्ये आपल्या आहे त्याचं जे महत्त्व आपल्याला समजून घ्यायचं असेल, तर अशा लोकांचं ऑब्झर्वेशन करायला पाहिजे, निरीक्षण करायला पाहिजे, ज्या लोकांकडे जे काही आपल्याकडे आहे ते उपलब्ध नाही. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, तुम्ही कॉलेजमध्ये येता, तुम्हाला शिक्षण मिळतं आणि अशा विद्यार्थ्याकडे पहा, अशा मुलांकडे तुम्ही पहा, जे विद्यार्थी कॉलेजमध्ये येऊ शकत नाहीत, ज्यांना कॉलेज अटेंड करता येत नाही, बरेच समस्या त्यांच्या जीवनामध्ये आहेत. तेच विद्यार्थी सांगू शकतात, तेच मुलं सांगू शकतात की कॉलेजमध्ये जाण्याचं महत्त्व काय आहे आणि शिकण्याचं जे महत्त्व आहे ते काय आहे. म्हणून आपल्या जीवनामध्ये जे काही उपलब्धता जे काही आहे त्या सगळ्यांचा आपण व्यवस्थित उपयोग करायला पाहिजे आणि यश संपादन केलं पाहिजे. दिस इज द मेसेज द पोएटेस वॉन्ट्स टू गिव्ह थ्रू दिस पोएम. हिअर द पोएम एंड्स.